说中文。
Chinese pot, Chinese pot, Chinese pot. That's the way to learn Chinese. Chinese pot, Chinese pot, Chinese pot. That's the way to learn Chinese.
Hi, this is Chinese Pod. If you're new to Chinese, you've come to the right place. This is a newbie lesson. I'm John.
Hello everyone, I'm Dilu.
And today we have a lesson about...
We're going to exchange business cards.
Okay, business cards. This is an important part of Chinese culture, right?
Right.
And maybe we should give our listeners a little bit of a preview. What word can we expect to hear for business card?
名片,名片.
Okay, 名片. Now, literally, this word means name card.
Name card. And sometimes people say name cards as well, right?
Right, especially in China. Okay, so the tones on that, what are they?
Second and fourth. 名片,名片.
Okay, Ming, M-I-N-G, second tone, and then Pian, P-I-A-N, fourth tone.
You're right.
All right, let's listen to that dialogue 3 times, then we'll break it all down for you.
Okay.
Dialogue first time.
这是我的名片，
哦，谢谢。
你有名片吗？
对不起，我没带。
Second time.
这是我的名片，
哦，谢谢。
你有名片吗？
对不起，我没带。
Third time.
这是我的名片，
哦，谢谢。
你有名片吗？
对不起，我没带。
Okay, now the translation.
这是我的名片.
This is my business card.
这是我的名片.
This is my business card.
这是我的名片. 哦，谢谢.
Oh, thank you.
哦，谢谢.
Oh, thanks.
哦，谢谢. 你有名片吗?
Do you have a business card?
你有名片吗?
Do you have a business card?
你有名片吗? 对不起，我没带.
Sorry, I didn't bring it.
对不起，我没带.
Sorry, I didn't bring it with me.
对不起，我没带.
Okay, so we've got lots of useful vocabulary and some very basic but very important sentence patterns to look at.
Let's look at the first sentence. 这是我的名片. 这是我的名片.
Right, and you sometimes hear that Chinese word order is very similar to that of English.
Yeah, right.
And here's a good example where it's pretty much exactly the same. So the first word is...
这 Z-H-E, fourth tone.
Okay, so that means this.
Right.
这, this.
And 是 fourth tone, means is.
Okay, 这是, this is.
对. And then we have 我的名片. 我的 means my.
Okay, 我的. So 我 is third tone, and 的 is neutral, right?
我的
Okay, so my, and then my what?
我的名片
Business card. All right, so that's second tone, fourth tone.
So this guy is giving out his business card.
All right, and this is the line you use when you give it out. So let's hear that 2 more times, maybe.
这是我的名片. 这是我的名片.
All right, and if you don't say it, it'll probably be fairly obvious, but this is a good sentence to learn how to say because if you mess something up, they'll probably still follow based on the context.
And the response is 哦，谢谢，谢谢.
Okay, so oh, we don't need to explain, but the word for thank you again.
谢谢，谢谢.
So in pinyin, that's X-I-E, fourth tone, and then X-I-E, neutral tone.
Right. 谢谢，谢谢.
Yeah, you can hear how the first syllable has a stronger xie to it, right? And the second one is neutral. 谢谢.
You're right, and we need a lot of practice for this. 谢谢,谢谢.
Okay, now we have a very useful question which follows one of Mandarin's basic question patterns.
你有名片吗？你有名片吗？
Okay, now the basic question pattern here is the yes-no question using ma.
And ma comes out at the end of a sentence.
Okay, so when ma is at the end of the sentence, you know it's a yes-no question. So the whole question is, do you have a business card, right? Now, literally, the English would be, you have business card, ma. Right? So in Chinese, you don't have to take this, do and put it at the beginning of the question. You just take the regular statement and then you put a ma on the end and it becomes a question.
Yes.
So, you have business card, ma? What are the words in Chinese?
你有名片吗？你有名片吗？
Okay, so the first word is,
你 N-I, third tone.
okay, and the verb is,
有 also third tone.
all right, and that means to have.
Right.
And then the important word,
Our business card. 名片名片
all right, and then the question word again at the end.
吗
That's for yes, no questions. So the whole question, one more time.
你有名片吗？你有名片吗？
Okay, now if I wanted to say yes to this question, the question uses the verb 有.
The verb.
Right.
有 third tone.
And in Mandarin, when you're asked a yes, no question, the way you say yes is to just repeat the same verb. So to say yes to this question, you would say,
有
all right, so that's nice and simple.
And also maybe you can put the first sentence after this 有. This is my business card.
Right. But in our dialogue, that's not what happened. The person does not have a business card. So what did they say?
She says, 对不起，我没带。对不起，我没带。
Okay, so that's sorry, I didn't bring it. So the word for sorry is,
对不起，对不起。
all right, so that's 对, D-U-I, fourth tone. And then this bu is usually neutral. Yeah. And then 起 is third tone, right?
Right. 对不起，对不起。Well, we have 3 characters for sorry, but usually we don't separate them. It's a set phrase.
Yeah, think of it as a single word. Okay, and then she's sorry because,
我没带，我没带。
okay, so literally, I didn't bring.
Let's look at the verb first. 带 D-A-I, fourth tone.
Okay, so this means to carry something, to bring it with you. All right, we don't have the object here. She doesn't say what she didn't bring because we know they're talking about business cards.
Right. So you
Okay.
can just simply say 我没带，没带。
All right, what can you tell us about may, second tone? M-E-I.
So when you want to say you didn't do something, you can just use this word, 没.
Yeah, so notice she said didn't. So this is actually a word that you use to negate a verb in the past. Don't worry about it too much. Just remember when you want to say, I didn't bring it, I don't have it with me, just use this short phrase.
Right. 我没带，我没带。
So 我, third tone, may, second tone, and 带, fourth tone.
我没带。
All right, so one last time, the entire last sentence.
对不起，我没带。
All right, I think we're ready for the whole dialogue 3 more times.
Welcome back to another installment of Chinese Pod Trivia. And the question for you is, for what test does Chinese Pod offer preparation services for? Is it A, the polygraph, B, the colonoscopy, C, the HSK test, or D, the CAT scan?
The CAT scan?
Ooh, sorry, that is incorrect. The correct answer is C, the HSK test. That's right, Chinese Pod will thoroughly prepare you to pass this rigorous test of proficiency in Chinese. ChinesePod.com/HSK.
Dialogue first time.
这是我的名片。
哦，谢谢。
你有名片吗？
对不起，我没带。
Second time.
这是我的名片。
哦，谢谢。
你有名片吗？
对不起，我没带。
Third time.
这是我的名片。
哦，谢谢。
你有名片吗？
对不起，我没带。
Okay, so Dilu, I want to ask you a few questions about culture, can I?
Okay, no problem.
So in our dialogue, this guy asks, 你有名片吗? And the girl says,
对不起，我没带。
yeah, so she says sorry, right? Is this like a serious offense to not bring a name card, a business card? Because I see them being passed out everywhere in all kinds of situations in China, in Shanghai anyway.
Well, for formal situations, it may not be professional when you don't have your business card.
Right, if you're prepared for a business occasion, you should have a business card to pass out to everyone.
Right, but we don't know the context for this dialogue. Maybe they're just run into each other on a bus. I don't know.
Or in a coffee shop. Okay.
Maybe.
All right, so now I have another question. So there's lots of business card passing out going on in China, right? So you get a ton of business cards. What do you do with these business cards?
Actually, I got a lot of business cards in my daily life. From work, from restaurants I go to.
From guys that want to get to know you.
Yeah.
So what do you do with them all?
Well, I don't know. I probably just put those cards in my purse or just put in a corner somewhere. And one day I just found, wow, I have loads of business cards that I never used before.
And then you have a bonfire. What do you do with them?
Kind of organize them and threw away those ones you don't remember.
Okay.
No, now I have a question for you,
What's
John.
that?
Actually, I'm asking this question for our parties.
Okay.
I heard that you have a very special software on your phone that you can, record or take pictures of those business cards and
I
say,
see what you're doing. You want to highlight my nerdiness in the podcast. So I take a picture of the business card with the camera on my phone, and I save it to Evernote, which is some software that you can put on your desktop computer, your notebook, your iPhone, your Android phone.
wow, fancy.
And then I have it accessible electronically everywhere I go.
Do you have to do a lot of business with people?
A fair amount.
And you have a lot of time taking pictures of business cards?
I think I spend less time taking pictures of business cards than it takes to collect all those cards that you've accumulated in the corner and then gather them together and have a bonfire, right?
All right, whatever. Why don't our parties come to Chinese Pod and let us know about things related to business cards?
Yeah, if you have any questions, come ask us. If you have any tips for business cards in China, we especially want to hear those.
Okay, then we'll see you next time. 再见.
再见.
As usual, ChinesePod provides an extensive selection of learning materials for this lesson on its website, www.chinesepod.com. You can access this lesson directly with the lesson number
1661.
So just go to www.chinesepod.com/1661 and you will find a transcript, vocabulary, and much more. The link again, www.chinesepod.com/1661.